Hey, this is a guide on how to reach high level with Kai keys. I try to keep it pretty compact. If you're newer, you might have to pause a lot. Feel free to ask questions down below or at Discord. My goal here is to go over Kai's many different game plans that players at any level can use to improve. I'm not a top player, but my credentials are getting the top 10% of the last 3 majors that I've attended. I'll start with a quick summary of Kai's game plan and why I think he's so strong. At close range, we're going to be using our textbook strike throw. Every knockdown is a 50-50. At round start distance, we'll be using fireballs and then our grounded S and air dash back S buttons to keep our opponent away. From full screen, we want to be using aerial and grounded fireballs to keep our opponent away, as well as the threat of stun dipper to make their approaches slower. And once they're shocked, if we want to approach, we can use Foudre Arc and stun dipper to get in. Alright, so the most important thing when learning a character is how to open your opponent up. You don't want them to just keep blocking, so you want to practice doing 5k to throw and 2p to throw. They have to do something to beat this throw, but you also have to give them the gap so they can actually input this. If you just press kick into dust, then there won't be a gap. So you have to lab doing 5k into 2D such that it's a frame trap. I highly recommend doing the easy combo. You don't have to worry about spacing or weights. You'll notice off most knockdowns, instead of doing charge stun edge, I personally go with this dash cancel 50-50. The last frame of your 5k will hit on the first frame of their wake up, and it's so meaty that it's +5. You can do this off other knockdowns too, and sometimes I would pick doing this 50-50 over breaking the wall. Instead of doing 5k, you could also auto time your throw by whiffing a jab into it. There's other videos on my channel about how you can force your opponent to block by beating everything else, so go check it out. This dash cancel stuff doesn't actually work if you do 2D, so you can represent a 4-way by doing charge stun edge.
Oh, that's clean. Bro, I'm getting mixed. Alright, I'm actually getting mixed. Hold up.
Kai also gets a safe jump after direct clat. The micro dash timing will change depending on how far away your opponent is. I highly recommend lapping this. Wrapping up our pressure, we have this block from here with 3 consecutive frame traps. The idea here is to make them stop pressing buttons. Once they stop pressing buttons, we can steal our turn with pressure with big gaps that make our opponent want to press buttons. Going over mid-range now, we're going to be using S buttons and fireballs, as well as 6H as this is our largest normal. Buffer your fireball so it only comes out if your sword touches the opponent. Use our long sword and fireballs to make the opponent jump, and then 6p to anti-air. For air fireballs, instead of jumping into fireball, learn how to tiger knee. Your jump H fireball will hit much lower. For mid-range, we want to force our opponent to constantly blocking low with stun dipper. We want to keep them in this range just outside of round start, where the 2 hits will actually combo. The second hit of stun dipper is a mid that's minus and punishable. If you hit too close, the 2 hits won't combo, you get punished. If you hit too far, only the mid hits and you get punished. All of this goes out the window if Kai has meter. For more than half the screen, if your opponent's not blocking low, stun dipper RC can usually lead to a wall break or a 50-50. 2 important things about stun dipper is that Kai is really low on the ground, so he can duck under a lot of moves. He's advancing really fast, so he can also punish a lot of moves. Stun dipper Roman cancel and vapor thrust Roman cancel are probably the best uses of meter. Outside of combos, Foudre Arc is main used as an anti-air and also a pressure reset when your opponent is shocked. To recap, Kai is a straightforward but consistent character. He's above average on all ranges and he fights at the range your opponent hates to fight at. If you liked the video, please give the likes and subscriptions to the thumbnail artists listed here, they're incredible. I'm hoping to see more high level Kai players. Thanks for watching.